110%. Thank you for having me out here, my dog.
Nah, I'm easy, man. How does Saturday morning look like for you, man? Like generally, like how does Saturday morning look like?
Yo, dog, Saturdays are so dope, bro. Usually, dog, it's either I'm chilling, bonding with myself out there and finally,
Yeah,
writing new songs, either I'm going to the studio or I have gigs.
yeah,
So Saturdays are very, very busy for me on
yeah.
Twitter.
Saturdays are very busy,
It's those
and
type of
and
days.
and I was thinking to myself the other day, and I was saying that when you write music, do you write music for yourself or do you write music to represent a culture?
Bro, I always think that music is always beyond just the individual,
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm always writing music that I feel like will moreover relate with the people that know me as words and know me as a person as well.
yeah,
So it moreover represents where I'm from, and also represents a big part of who I am, what I do, you know, what I like doing, what I like in general as well. So yeah, it's bigger than me.
I was talking to one of my boys. Shout out to Jay, and he's currently doing a school tour, hip hop school tour,
Yeah.
right? And I said to Jay, I'm like, "Yo, dude, let me interview some of your artists on your catalog." And he says to me, "Ish boy, my artists don't want to be interviewed because they can't freestyle."
Yeah.
How important is freestyling to the hip hop game, bro?
I just feel like it depends on who's actually engaging in it, because there's certain people that feel like it's not of importance if they drop in music. There's certain people that feel like it's a very crucial thing that you need to do as a rapper as well.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't, actually crucify both parties. I just
Yeah.
let people be and just define rap for what it is.
And what is rap? Like for you, you said define rap for what it is, and what is rap for you?
For me, rap is a form of expression. So whether you're expressing yourself from you writing something or you narrating a story or you freestyling from the top of the dome, it still expresses a certain emotion, a certain narrative that you want to put out. So I always feel like the more music we make, the better we can learn one another as people, because we all have different perspectives of where we live, how we experience other people and life. So it's always so good to hear from another person's perspective of how life is.
So we obviously, man, like talking about the local hip hop scene. The trending topic this week on Twitter and online, they were saying that the reason why hip hop is not where it should be in South Africa is because the hip hop gents are not collaborating. What does that mean to you? Like collaboration, working together, building. Do you feel that it's missing in hip hop collaboration right now?
In my opinion, collaboration is a very important key, because if you check some songs that I'm on, they're really big, and it's because we all brought in a certain part of
Yeah.
ourselves, and a certain demographic of fans as well. So I could partially agree with that, because the more we come together, the more we can push this thing as a movement rather than just a genre that somebody's doing. So the more collaborations we make, the better we can penetrate the market, my brother.
I always say that for me, it's like the funny thing is about collaboration is that who you look, you've been in the industry, and you've had hits. What's your dream collaboration, and what does that look like, brother?
Yo, my dream collaboration right now, dog. Yo, firstly, I'd like to collaborate with Zonke, dog. Yo,
For real?
yeah, that
Oh my
lady is
God!
amazing.
Nah, I won't lie. I won't lie. I'm a fan. I get it. I
Yeah,
get it. I'm
dog.
a fan.
Who else? Internationally, maybe. Do you know Rhapsody?
I do.
Yeah, I'd like Rhapsody. Kanye West, bro.
Yeah.
Joey Badass. Yeah, just to name a few. Maybe Nas as well.
Nah, I could see you on a nice joint.
Trust me.
You know, I say that I had the privilege of being this year in studio with a lot of artists, and I can say studio is kind of hard for me when I look at it. What's your process like when you're in studio, and how do you normally connect with yourself during that time? You know, sometimes I know studio gets packed, people bring like a plus ones, and then it becomes like a groove sort of thing. What kind of person are you in that process, creativity?
When it comes to studio, bro, I tap in more to the vibe, you know. We'd moreover get into the studio, beats would be played, and I'd go for beats that I connect more with, you know, things that come easily and naturally to me, you know. So my creative process involves a lot of spontaneousness, actually, you know, because I'd always listen to beats, make sure that I feel a certain way about it, and then execute something on Twitter. So yeah, even if it's just me and the producer, or me and the people who are collaborating on the song, I don't mind that. But I also like some alone time where I'm just doing some other songs by myself, because, you know.
So I always ask this corny question on the show: are you a better creative in love or heartbroken?
Yo, dog. I just feel like everybody's just more like hard when they like broken, bro. Right? Because like I feel like a lot of people experience a lot of things on a daily basis. So them having that type of bit of pain.
Bit
of pain yeah,
so yeah, with the bit of pain, right? With the bit of pain. And let's talk about the culture, man. The hip-hop scene right now, everybody has been saying for the past 3 years to 2 that, you know, we've lost a lot of legends and the hip-hop game hasn't been the same. You as a hip-hop artist in the country, where do you stand on that? What's your point of view on that? People are saying that the hip-hop game hasn't just been the same.
I hear you on that, bro. And I just feel like every time has a certain batch of artists, you know what I'm saying? And I believe that people should moreover learn how to guide the new coming generation on how to navigate the game, navigate the industry, know how to place what where, you know, so that they can feel also a part of something, you know. It's one thing to tell people that they're doing something wrong, but it's another when you are like, you know, walking them along the line and showing them, okay, did they get right? And in terms of music wise, it's just a change in generations, bro.
Just
you know,
change in generations.
It's just a change in generations, and there's a lot of songs from back then that I really love. There's a lot of songs from now that I really love, you know. I just feel like with a little bit of guidance, we can find a middle ground, bro.
Yeah. Look, wherever you're listening to us, I just want to say firstly, the setup where we are, it's beautiful, man. Like, I love what my team has really honestly built over the time and over the years. But we're going to take a mini break, and I just want to say, guys, stay tuned, man. We're going to just come back in the next 3 to 4 minutes. I'm going to play one of my favorite words from, you know, Wordz. This is one of my favorites. I love this song to Wordz. I play it for my son a lot. And I hope you guys enjoy it.
When the city's asleep, before the grind gets going.
Cheers, bro. Thanks, mama.
We already moving. Flipping switches, turning rooms into world stages. We don't crack under pressure. We crush it. We lock in and dollar what we must. From beats on stage in the spotlight to face beats in the close-up.
And there we go, guys.
Ooh, I like that.
Making every shot count. Cause the 9 to 5 is just the start. Numaganjani. We move. we level up. When the beat drops, we get up. Namaje. Cause when the get up meets the go, anything is possible.
Like everyone who says that thing, DJ Maporisa or someone else is robbing me, what. Now,
royalties
doesn't happen like that. If like you want your royalties, you mustn't go to the person you have a song with.
Yes.
You must have your own publishing deal. Distribution deal. So they can fetch those things for you.
Yes.
Yeah. I would mention you must go live and be like, me, I want my royalties from DJ Maporisa.
So do you think when Elama royalties were enough to probably even buy him a house right now as we speak, because the song was just last year?
Nah. That's why he's still young and confused.
He's still young and confused.
That's why as a I want like people who are watching us from far. He just needs to like be on a positive side. You much didn't speak with them. Police fade away, he needs to apologize. So that he include le obviously much but to understand.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's included. Because obvious dog, if I use learn I mean, we had some feelings about So how am I gonna trust you if you can't even come to me so we can speak about it and close it off?
And so did you when I close it off?
I tried calling him, and then he said he doesn't want to speak to me. And I was like, I'd fade it.
I wouldn't lie, man. I'm feeling like extremely motivated, or especially seeing as that I saw Bentley Continental GT, something like a W12. That empowerment, man.
You have to have a vision. You know, the main purpose that Bucks arranged this thing here today is to make sure that kids get inspired to say, you know what, anything is possible. You know, Black Child is possible.
Them bringing these nice cars is a motivation to us that we have to do better so that we can be better people in the future.
Because we had that thing that we want to leave school because it's hard. But then after this cars, there's no that thing for us to we have to work hard.
Yes, you see us and it looks like it's fancy. However, before the fancy comes a lot of hard work.
You can drive an M4, you can drive your dream car, whatever it is. My dream car was to build a Golf, and I've achieved that dream. And it inspires me when my son is in the car and says, Daddy, you know what, you've done me proud. So you have to have a purpose in life, and I think that's what we need.
So nje amanje udiphila ngumculo. Ya ngisho kanjalo ngithi ngiphila ngumculo kodwa khona futhi amanye amabhizinisi aseceleni engiwenzayo.
Okay, into efana ukusayo nitsango
ngikwazi ukuphila. Ngikwazi ukuphila.
Ebone ingoma yakhe ehlanganiswa abanye abantu ngayo kuthiwa akuthengwa amathikithi na umcimbi ukhonto ulihla kekho kuyipost.
Ukujwayelekile kakhulu kuyenzeka nje. Ngeke ngibone nabanye sebenza ama videos sibona ayibo kudlala ingoma yakho la kanti ukhona yini kanti ukhona yini ngithi haya ngekho mina ngazi wakwazi ukuthi nginomcimbi. Uyaphusha futhi ngiyanxusa nje nabantu ukuthi beqhubeke impela belekelele.
Abaculi abaningi bashama amamiliyoni bathenga imoto. Vele kalihle ipakile nawo la ngaphandle. Nanti imiliyoni salibona la uhamba nomagumedo uthi umenyisa umtsholo.
Hayi monto angayithengi.
Waganwa ngayo imali.
Ngaganwa ngisakhombila ngaganwa.
Here is a free platform, a Pan-African platform.
Yeah.
It gives you education. You network with these people. You do the links. We introduce you to funding opportunities. We introduce you to the organizations that you can't reach by yourself. The young people, I don't know, for some reason, if it's not a party or a DJ involved in a live performance, they don't want to come. You know why masterclasses and workshops are very important? Because of the information. It's the attitudes of the individual, my brother. Because you did not get help at that one, at the first one or the second one. I put it all on you because you didn't ask the right questions. At the masterclasses, they don't ask questions. Let me make an example. Ron's house has been repossessed. Yes. I'm not saying I'm a billionaire, I'm a millionaire, but there are ways that we can open doors for you, for you to make money. And there's no small money in this world. Every masterclass is a free educational empowerment platform, you know. It's designed for African creatives, entrepreneurs, and professionals in the arts and the media space. But what sets us apart is the holistic and practical approach in delivering the real world knowledge with industry leaders, which you can touch and ask questions, network with, because everybody who's going to be there, we've asked them to say, block out your day. The youth want to talk to you. The youth are eager to come and suck knowledge from you. You know, that's why even this year that we've shortened the panel, and the Q&A time and the networking time is a bit longer.
In about 30 years time to 40 years time, I think everything is going to be robotic, because even
it's the
now
fact
with
that in
movies,
30 to 40 years we're actually still going to be alive.
Exactly. That's my biggest concern.
What do you mean I'm going to be alive for so much longer? Have you heard how AI can actually sound like a person?
Now you're going to get someone saying, hey, Connie Ferguson scammed me of this and this. I'm like, Marachomi, can the whole Connie Ferguson come to you and be like,
I need 50 rand.
I need 50 rand. Maybe it's because it's never happened to me.
But my question is that of all the people Connie Ferguson could have reached out to, she reached out to you.
To me.
Her son, her daughter, her siblings.
A whole Zandile from Alex.
Her
Connie
friends.
Ferguson is reaching out to a whole Zandile.
She has friends.
In the industry.
She has a banker.
Exactly.
She has people who she can reach out to, but not Tyrone, Utula, Moklex, Dopu.
Your success is not dependent.
I just want to say, only the brave, right? That was honestly one of my favorite projects. I always say hip hop is a genre that raised me, and it created a look for me. It created a lifestyle for me. What does it look like to be a rapper in South Africa? Like, for somebody who doesn't know, who honestly has just an imagination, who has a vision. If you could tell us in words, what does it look like to be an established rapper in South Africa?
Personally, to me, it depends on what you want to take away from this rapping thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's either you in this thing knowing that this is a career that you must push and you need to be consistent with it, or you're doing this thing for purely passion, you know, and you could do this thing however you want and whenever you want to, you know? But besides those demographics, being a rapper in South Africa is so amazing because you get to be a part of this big ecosystem in front of being South African, bro. And then Najo, I definitely love where I'm from and love what I represent, you know? So for me, being a rapper in South Africa means way more than just making the music. It means us pushing this South African narrative and where we're from forward, you know what I'm saying? In a different perspective.
And you talked about, I always say, representation is quite important, and where you're from is quite important. For those who don't know, where are you from?
So, all the Wordz, aka Baka, aka Firmino, what is in it?
Yeah.
Fana kamo Pitori, 1
baby, till the day I die.
Bona Pitori ke country o sa itse re shota ka beach mfana. So yeah, I'm from Pretoria. But also the Motsonga logo menga stebe logo me logo cheka daga only the brave in the bus
only the brave.
Yeah, so I represent that, dog. That's what I feel like, and my people embrace me so well, dog.
So a lot of people feel like if you come up, right, and you become established, do you feel the pressures of being a role model?
I think you do, bro. I think you do. I think it's inevitable, bro. As soon as you're like in the public eye, some certain person will look at you in a certain way, you know, and you can't help that. There's some people that dream of where you are, dog, on a daily basis, and for them that's what a role model is, you know, and then the pressure ends up being on you even though you didn't ask for it. You
didn't
know?
ask for it.
So
and I think without asking for it, right? what's another thing that comes with being famous or being in the public figure that you think you experience on a daily basis that you never asked for?
Hey, bro. I just feel like as soon as you enter the public space, you then understand that sometimes people expect a portion of your time not to be yours anymore. Yeah, and it's a bit hard to navigate, my dog, you know.
I was gonna say it could be really hard to sort of like take it in, right? But I also feel like what is for you now, you know, like you've released a lot of projects, and you know, in 2026 I always say to my listeners, I want to really educate everybody on branding, and what that looks like, so the next kid can understand, right?
Definitely.
What does branding mean to you? Branding in terms of your self-brand, in terms of collaboration, and also in terms of aligning yourself in terms of your followers, right? How important is branding as an artist, and when did it also sink into you? Like when did it sink in, like, yo, I need to start taking my branding serious?
That's a great question, bro, because as an artist, you don't start off thinking about branding and you aligning your music with your like product and whatever, but about 3 years ago, you know, three years ago, that's when I started thinking about the real music business and trying to figure out and understand the demographics that go around this whole thing, not just dropping the music, you know. So somebody doing music right now, I want them to understand that you need to always channel your things in a way that they will be beneficial for your brand, you know what I'm saying? And brand yourself in a way that you will be always comfortable to be who you are, you know? You shouldn't brand yourself in a way that it makes you be somebody that you're not, because it's gonna be hard for you to keep up that image, you know? So it's so crucial for you to engage brands, have brand deals where you can, you know, engage collaborations with other people that can get you in certain greater rooms, because that will take your music product to a different spectrum, you know?
Oh man, that is so true. So we're gonna finish off, guys, with our last two questions, and you know me, I'm a corny guy. So the first one is that the kids love ending off a conversation with the word of the day, so I want you to keep that in mind. I want you to give us a word of the day. And my second question would be, for you, right? I want you to give me honestly and your honest opinion, right, on your top 5. Everybody ask everybody, what's your top 5? And I want to keep it local, right? If you gave me your greatest top 5 rappers that has ever come out of South Africa, firstly, I'd like to know what that looks like from you. Give me from 5, we're building up to your number 1 spot. Look, I'm corny and I've always read for Ricky. That is my number 1. Firstly, my number 2 will always be AKA. Number 3, Casper. I will always have to put Nasty on that list as well. When my son was born, Dear Oliver was a song that was playing in the hospital. And my number 5 spot will always go to Reese. You get what I mean? What does your top 5 look like, so people can know you and also connect?
Do they have to be in order?
Nah, they don't have to.
They don't have to be in order. Shout out to that. My top 5. One of my top 5 is Momulimi. Pro Kid.
Oof.
Double HP.
Okay. Give me your favorite joint by Double HP, so I know where your mind was at.
C.
C. The things in life is showing you. Let your pride grow so inside of you.
Later you touch. Come on. Bo.
Okay.
Aye, bo.
I get you. I get you.
Yeah. So, and then got a deserve that top spot.
I don't know. I get
dog,
you.
like, yo.
I get you. If you don't see, alright. Oh my God, that song.
Like, I also wanna like, okay. I'd say AKA for levels, Joe.
Yeah.
Most
definitely.
And Nasty C for new generational impact. You get what I mean?
Most definitely.
Yeah. So basically, it's on that. But there's definitely a lot of like South African artists that get ratanjo, and I feel like our culture is so rich, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I want us to grow this thing and put it on a bigger spectrum and a bigger platform for the world to see, man. You know.
I never asked you, how important is it in South Africa for a rapper to rap in either their home language, or do you think that English is the mother of all tongues?
I will not say English is the mother of all tongues in this case, because I realize that there will be a time that you need to relate, you know, and there's some people that you cannot necessarily relate to on that level, you know, if you're only just experimenting in English, you know. If you check South African artists, moreover of them have the Venek bag in them, and that's because they also like connected with that, you know. It's just us being connected with our roots and us exploring this music thing, making it South African hip hop, you know. So I think us mixing our home language, mother tongue with English is just a great thing, man, you know.
So I asked, before, you know, we give you a send off, what's the word of the day, man? What are you saying to the kids?
The word of the day, dog, you know. Today I'm gonna say, if you woke up, you're blessed, man. So take that with you. That's my word of the day.
If you woke up, you're blessed, man. Take that with you. I love that. I want to say thank you for, firstly, one, taking the time to come sit down with me. I'm trying to, more than anything, educate the young kid who's sitting at home. You get what I mean? A lot of times we get to places, we become people, and we don't realize that, there's a kid out there who's looking at you and hoping one day they step in those shoes. They might never know what it really means to walk in those shoes, but they're hoping like, I just want to walk in those shoes, man. And I want that kid to know, like, it wasn't easy. Took a lot of work, but don't let the world lie to you.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? You get to grow up and you get to be whoever you want to be.
Exactly.
Man. And it's beautiful to see. I love your work, man. And like I said, I really, and when I said downstairs that I really appreciate interviewing people who actually listen to their music.
Shout out.
You know, and I actually sit down when I'm at home, you know. So I just want to say thank you and I appreciate it. Man, this means a lot to me.
Shout out,
thank you, my dog.
I don't know what it is.
Appreciate you. Guys, I'm actually trying to play C by Double HP.
Please play that, though.
But my internet is not